This is a short presentation and demo about all the entities supported in the platform. So once you are registered and you have access to at least one organization, you can log in the app and start working in it. There are a couple of entities related to how we organize the tests and other entities that support test execution. So in this screen, I have the first level, which is a project, and the project will scope some of the entities like tags, datasets, and tests to the project itself. And most of the time, those resources aren't shareable between projects. So you should use projects to organize a very large scope of your work. Inside projects, we can organize tests in different levels. The first level is repos. You can use this as a container of a feature, of an application, or a version of your application. Inside repositories, you can create suites or add directly a test. So in this case, if I create a test one, I'll have access to the repo and the test view. The test view has the table and a tree of suites. For example, in this project, I have a suite tree with where are organized groups of tests, and each suite has their own tests. The other entity is the test itself. We'll present this in the separate video, but here you can set up all the information relating to executing an actual test. Also, the platform supports the creation of requirements, and requirements are a way to scope features or product manager requests, where you define the scope of your application and what you should test in each requirement. Requirements have their own features, but mainly they are used to assign tests to the requirement. And once you do that, all the test executions will be used to track if the requirement is being tested and if it's covered or not. You can define a title, name, and you have a free text field where you can write any text or markdown language. The cover and verification will list all the tests that are assigned to this requirement, and you can track the last execution status of those tests. And that gives you the overall status of a requirement. Parallel to requirements, we have issues. Issues you can use to track problems if you find problems during execution. In some cases, these issues can be automatically created if you are uploading a file execution from an external source. And in the future, we want to support bidirectional sync with platforms like Jira, where you can import your tickets from Jira into the platform, or you can export our issues into Jira, whatever you want to use as your main management site. But you'll have them here and you can track them. Runs are the actual execution of tests, and this is a page to list all the last runs where you can go and check the results individually. You also have datasets, which are tables of data. You can define the columns and the data types inside those columns and use those values for execution. We'll show later how you relate datasets to tests and executions to be able to run a test multiple times with different datasets. We also have environments. These are the general definition of environments in the context of software development, where you can list all your actual environments, or you can create them however you see fit. And these environments can list also their own variables, and they have also a device list. So every time you pick an environment, you have access to testing in different devices. And also throughout the app, we use tags. We can tag tests and issues and requirements, and you can track a specific keyword throughout the platform. Outside the scope of projects, we also have the device configuration manager, where you can list all your devices. They can be abstract devices or real devices, and this should guide the tester to what he should use to test a specific test, or if he has to test multiple devices inside the same execution run. And this is the overall view of all the entities we support at the moment.